This video is going to focus more on the Paulides responders, a couple of people and a couple of things that have been said and some things that I want to get off of my chest. And, really a scolding of the nature of the way you are and your claim towards a Christian nature. I'm going to call you out on your behavior and what Jesus teaches versus what a Christian is. Yeah, welcome to the video. All right, Paulides fans that come here and call me names and give me a hard time, I'm going to tell you something. Number one, you haven't even watched the video. You don't know what I'm about. You don't even know what I'm saying. You're calling me a liar and saying that I'm trying to steal other material and things like that. You didn't even watch the damn video. I can tell by the way you say that. Yeah. So you're just Paulides fans and you don't know what I'm about or what I've got going on here. And I'm going to tell you, look at the channel. Did you see any ads? You didn't even watch the video. My channel is not monetized. I had an opportunity years ago while I was focused on other interpretation of material from antiquity. Yep, you could have monetized the channel, but I thought, nope, I'm not going to. This stuff should be free. I don't need to monetize my channel. So what I'm doing here, I'm not making money off of my story. I was the one on the ground that knows the story that David Paulides lies about, and I know the family and that they were hurt by it, and I am speaking in their defense. They don't want to do it. They're like, just let it, no, it's not ours. Just go pray and, and then you get a bunch of people that call themselves Christians. One of them, I told them, yeah, if you watch this, you know who you are. The one that's like, I don't know why you're so angry. All right, so when you and I have a conversation and you start off calling me names, degrading, belittling, demeaning me, and I retaliate and tell you, you don't even know, get the hell out, shut up. You don't know you don't even know what the hell you're talking about, and you're accusing me of things. You didn't even watch the video, you ding dong. You don't even know what the video is about. And then when I tell you no, there's a point where it sounds like a Christian who says, why are you so angry? Here's the problem. You're trying to say something. I'm telling you what the facts are. Right here. That's it. You want to say something different? I'm going to tell you, no, these are the facts. Then all of a sudden you're like, why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I'm telling you what the facts are. And if you can't get that, this is not anger. This is wake the hell up. I said no. The adult here that is telling the story said no. You got a problem with that? Get the hell out. Is that anger? This is me telling you, stop being stupid in my face. I'm a full-grown man with things to do. What the hell are you doing? You got nothing on your channel, running around doing what? Not a damn thing. You weren't there. You were not there and Paulides wasn't there. Who the hell do you think you are? Go someplace else. I will just do what Paulides does. On his channel, I went there and I told the story. He blocked me. What you do, come here and say, you're trying to steal his stuff. You're a liar. You know what? I'll just block you. You're too stupid to understand what's going on. You're exactly the mindset as MAGA. Trump supporters that don't even care what the fuck reality is. You just are selfish dummies. Yeah, get off my channel. It's not monetized. I don't need your shit here. The world is going bad, and you're the reason why. Your mindset, your ignorance, your lack of capacity to have an open mind and see reality. The tribal nature of humans is emerging, and it emerges more in Christians who go, how come you're so angry? I said no. You don't know my life. You don't know the abuse. You don't know the suicide in the background of what I have going on. You don't know my life. Shut up. Is that anger? No, it's shut up. You want to be a stupid person? I'm going to tell you, you're a stupid person. Shut up. You don't like that? Tough. Too freaking bad. Wham, wham. Yeah, Paulides people. Please understand, I can sit here at any moment in time and express myself in that very firm manner and then sit here and go, I'm not angry. This is how I express myself. And it comes across in a way that you should understand not only verbally, but visually. If you can't understand my words, watch the face. This is the serious part. That's what that is. It's firm. It's not. I'm not sitting here afterwards going, that person, I'm not stewing about you. I don't give a shit about you. I'm just telling you right now, you're on a public channel acting like a moron. Foil hats, flat earth, all you guys all have the same kind of mindsets. You really don't know anything. You know what you're doing, Christians, coming in, hitting me like that, and then saying, oh, you're so angry? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. The measure you mete unto others will be likewise meted unto you. So you come and treat me like shit, I'm going to let you know you're full of it. If you're not going to act nice to me, I'm not going to act nice back. Figure it out. Go ahead. I'll spank you with the Bible. Christians. You're the ones that Jesus will say, you never knew me. God, you're assholes. Who wants to be with you for a day, let alone eternity? All right. And then somebody criticized me once saying, you're all about the Jesus stuff and the teachings and the Buddha and all of that. You know what? There's a lifestyle to live and there's something to happen, but this is all psychological stuff. I do want to say this too, though, that over the years, I have shifted from a lot of patience to there's a point where you recognize what's going on and you shut it down instantly. And people, it can look very difficult. Somebody says something that is meant to kind of put you down, and you come back with something that's just like, saying all kinds of really ugly, nasty, violent things. And people are like, oh my gosh, was that warranted? I put it this way. It's either right or it's wrong. Take a glass of clean, pure water to drink. Now go scoop up water out of a mud puddle where the cows are grazing. And it's got worms and yucky shit in it. Okay, you don't want to drink this water. You do not at all. You want to drink this water. Now, take just a little pinch, just the tiniest bit of this right here, and put it in the clean water. It's only a little bit in there. Is it clean anymore? You give me shit, I'm going to give you shit back. You come in with the gloves off, the gloves are off. What I want you to know is don't do that to me. Don't be a dick. And then when somebody's a really big dick back at you, sit there and go, wow, you got a problem. You know what? Keep your dick put away to start with, and it won't happen. Get it? If you understand how the stories work, you understand that what you're idol worshiping a path to follow. So when you follow the path, there are different qualities that we have, and we've got 12 of them identified by Jesus' disciples, and one of them is called Peter, who is what? The hothead who says, you know what? I said no. So what you're observing out of me right there is not anger, it's Peter. Standing up for justice and telling you I said no. Now, this is important to understand. You don't practice doing that. You either do that naturally or you don't. For me, it's a natural part of my personality to do that. It's wired in. It's hardwired in. I don't choose to do that. That happens when I say, hey, I'm saying the right thing here. You listen to me. I've got the capacity to grasp it. You do not. You listen to me. However, we're not in those savannah groups anymore, so I should be keeping this quiet to myself because people like you hear it and you get all pissed off about it, while people like me need to get together and we're in society. We're not in groups anymore. We can't find each other. You don't get that. You're going to just live your life nasty, waiting to die so that you can start to live. You're not going to figure it out during life. And after death? Yeah, well, that's a poor time to figure it out. You don't read Jesus. You don't follow Jesus. You idol worship and create religion in your own image. That's what you do. And if you can't understand that what I'm doing is treating you the way the Bible says, the way that you would understand it if you interpret this inward path of healing, has to do with ridding the things in your life that are no good. And people like you are no good. You rid them in your life. You don't go, oh, hello, how are you? Oh, yes, I understand your point of view. Not bullshit. I don't have time for that. You're wrong. You're not in the world that I live in mentally. You're not there, and you never will be. You can't get there. Your brain is not evolved to get there, sadly. And by that, I don't mean less evolved. I mean alternate evolved. Brains, you look around and people have different brain types. They have different cognitive skills. And if you, the less cognitive skills you have, the less you're going to understand any of that, because things are happening outside of your realm of comprehension. You just can't get there. You can't. It's something beyond you. That's what this is right here. There's something that's happening that is beyond your capacity to understand. We evolved in a group. I'm a small part of the group that had to be very accurate. You're a part of the group that was the hunter, the forager, the reproducing engine, the protection of the group. If anything gets in from the outside, kill it. I'm afraid of everything out there. Kill it. And if you look, that's kind of what you see, that conservative, simple mindset right there that reproduces, eats, and wants to kill everything out there that it's afraid of. Just look. You can see evolution happening one layer off into civilization. What motivates it? Cause and effect. Christians who are doing what Paul said, worshiping Jesus and waiting for him to return, you are what Jesus said, one of the many called, standing outside the narrow gate, where outward all the directions are many, and they lead to destruction. How many denominations are there of people that believe in supernatural? There you are. You're standing outside the narrow gate. You got to turn inward with it. You don't know that. There's not going to be many of us that figure this out. You'll fit right in with your tribe, and if that tribe hurts other people, it won't matter to you because you will have demonized those other tribes. That's how evolution works, by your demonization. And when you come and demonize me because I'm trying to tell the truth, that tells me everything about you. That tells me exactly where you're coming from. That shows me the thistles from your garden. Do you get that? It shows me the odd against your brother, the mote in your eye. All right, and for anybody that follows my interpretation works, you'll know that I believe I found a common teaching from the entire world, one template that is in use in all myths and religions. And that is what I have gone after. I've seen the commonalities in there. The brains that are like ours have this capacity to see things and gather things, patterns that are, every brain is actually good at seeing patterns. We see patterns. That's how life works. However, we have the capacity to not only see the patterns, but understand what drives the patterns. What that means is that we kind of see cause and effect. We realize something that happens didn't just happen in a vacuum. There's something that's driving it. And if we can interrupt the psychological drive before the physical manifestation, we can change behavior. We learn things like that while other people go, you're an asshole, you do this, you do that. And people, without interrupting that process, I mean, my early life, I didn't know that. So I did the same thing. At some point, you learn that your thinking process is what's driving the boat, and that this filtration system up here for life experiences comes in the bundle of, well, our memories and the way we have them resolved or unresolved. And typically when we're acting out and we're angry, we're acting out and we're angry through unresolved issues. In my case, I don't know what it is that people, when they come at and attack me, what they act out at, because they don't know me. That's one of those things where you just look at it and go, whoa, you don't even know the story. You just attack. What does that tell you right there? They're not even interested in knowing what's right or wrong. They're just interested in attacking what is out there that's on the other side. That's a tribal behavior right there. It is so common, and it's consistent in the majority of brains on the planet. That's the larger group. The smaller group, yeah, we're stuck watching things that we can't interrupt. It really sucks. Anyway, so yeah, there's going to be some when my tone is like, hey, you just called me a name, and I'm going to say something that's like that might be so crude that I got to be careful I don't say it here on. Well, I'll post if actually. Even YouTube asks me when I'm responding to some of these, are you sure you want to post that? Because I'll use some pretty coarse language. It's like, you know what? I don't give a shit. You come at me, the gloves are off, like I said. I don't get it. Here, let me go ahead and stick you in the eyeball. And then why did you turn around and punch me 4 times in the head? All I did was poke you in the eyeball. You know what? That's what you're doing. You poke me in the eyeball, I'm going to punch you 4 times in the head. Don't poke me in the eyeball. Duh, what the hell? Cause and effect. You don't get that. The measure you meet. You don't get that. Karma, cause and effect. The judgment with which you judge others is how you're going to live your life experiences. All right, yeah, you know what? They won't get that. Only people that realize that there's something inward that we have to do. We come from a place up here, we have to turn inward. Most people are going to continue to turn outward, look outward, all those directions that lead to nowhere, that lead to destruction. Only the solitary enters in the narrow gate, right up here, and interacts with the material. You come in here calling me names and saying what you're saying, you're not interacting with the material. I can see that. You cannot. What you do is you worship Jesus. That's it. I'm a Jesus worshiper. Therefore, I'm going to Jesus. I can go yell at this guy over here and call him names, but I'm going to heaven because I worship Jesus. Do you think Jesus wants assholes? People like you have destroyed Jesus. You've turned him into an idiot, an armed, angry mobster. You've taken him from his loving Buddha nature to an AK-47 wielding come back and shoot the fags person. And black people, yeah. You make me sick. Everybody else, I had to say that. I get so pissed off at the ignorance that there is. There's nothing you can do about it, but it sure the hell pisses me off. And there's nothing we can do about it. Dave Paulides, if you've watched to the end, I know you've got an alternate account and you've come here and you've made a few points. I don't even want to really address them. All of this stuff on planet Earth as far as, Bigfoot and all that kind of stuff, that's, those are foil hat regions. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. I grew up in the mountains. I've spent a lifetime in the mountains. There's nothing out there like Bigfoot. Okay, nothing at all. However, whenever things make money, Oak Island made a lot of money for a while, but Bigfoot's the same damn story. Okay, we get that. As far as UFOs, I totally believe in the potential for that, but I don't believe that they're like an alien being from a distant planet coming over here to attack us, like, something on Buck Rogers or whatever, or Star Trek, creatures and things like that. If anything, I think that they would be other dimensional. In the same way that we can look at fish and watch them, we can watch the interaction between dolphins and killer whales and go, look at them fight, they kill each other, let's study them. But the dolphins and killer whales are not necessarily aware of us at all. We can move around them and do things. What if there's something fifth, a dimension outside of us where they can come in and observe us, but we don't? But their technology is such that they might have done some. In the same way we would have gathered up animals and studied them to see what makes them tick, that's something that could have happened as well. I don't know. But you look at processes and say, well, if they're doing that, that's something that we would do too. So you start looking at this chain of the way there's behavior or things happening. And if they are in contact with officials or anything like that, and they're flying, guess what? They got the capacity to spank the hell out of us. You're not going to fight them. Don't even worry about it. Don't even create some sort of mystical stuff. They're better than us. It'd be like a school of tuna getting together, trying to figure out how do we destroy the civilization of humans up on the land someplace. That ain't going to happen. Okay, we're not going to destroy those aliens. If anything, our conduct with nuclear weaponry creates destruction, not only in our dimension but theirs. Imagine that the tuna and dolphin, some creatures in the sea figured out munitions that blew things up, and suddenly, because they had a war and things exploded, the next day you come out and frickin' Hawaii is gone. Honolulu's completely wiped out, and and you're like, what happened here? Their destruction kills our stuff too. I hope that's the case, that they're here going, you know what? We're going to make sure you stupid numbnuts humans who want to kill every damn thing don't kill us too, because you're just not evolving. You're animals. All right? That's what I think. And the arrogance of people thinking that they are somehow the cock of the walk in this universe just makes me understand how piss poor the average human brain has to comprehend this universe. I can't. But my God, Christians, you're the ignorance that is driving the destruction of humanity at an accelerated rate, because you don't understand reality. You're too scared and you're too self-centered. You only care about yourselves. Meanwhile, you don't understand that this entire world has to exist in order for us to be okay. You don't get that. You're killing yourself. You're killing everybody, everything faster in greed. But you won't stop, because you were born to be that way. Not everybody is. what happens to them when they want to escape. Here's an easy way to tell a difference in the mindset. The more a truth seeker learns, the person who seeks and knocks for righteousness' sake, the more they seek and knock and the more they learn, the smaller and smaller they feel as the universe just becomes more and more vast. The person who is not getting it, who is looking outward, the more they learn, the more they feel they are the biggest thing in the universe, that the universe belongs to them, that the universe was created for them. There's a big-ass difference. One of them gets smaller and smaller in the environment. The other one thinks themselves bigger and bigger in that same environment. That's pretty easy to spot. Religion has you looking outward. Christianity has you turned away from the truth. But it's the easy thing to do. It's psychological heroin to the brain who wants to reproduce, eat, and kill everything outside that scares it.